All right, surprisingly, a nice amount of people been asking me where have been the NFL Week 5 review and Week 6 preview and pick'ems. Here it is. There was no Thursday night football, and somebody asked me to deliver the picks a little bit later. I have to deliver them before Thursday night football, but let's get it in. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and let's get into Week 5. Make sure you check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. More people watch the video. You guys keep sharing it, thumbs up, commenting. We might get a live version of this before the season is over with, but let's stay consistent. We had the Bucks beat the Bears on Thursday Night Football. Not a fan of Thursday Night Football, but I tapped in. Tom Brady didn't even know it was fourth down. That was crazy to me. And he threw past the sticks regardless. And in this game, it just... the Bears was at home. I think there was a... The Bears got a non-offensive touchdown, I believe. I can't remember because this game happened last Thursday, not this past Thursday, but... They beat him. And I think it's hurting Brady not having Chris Godwin. I'm thinking that the Tampa Bay better hope that the Lions cut Danny Amendola, and that'll help Brady down there. But once Tampa Bay get healthy, I think they'll be all right football team. Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette. They lost O.J. Howard, so they got to find a way to get something out of Gronkowski. And got to remember, Gronkowski didn't play all last year. So I think Gronkowski is going to wake up around Week 10 or 11, if he wake up and they get to using him and Cameron Brate the right way, we'll see. But Nick Foles did good enough to get to win the game. And let's look up the stats. Brady had one touchdown, 25 completions, 41 attempts, 253. Ronald Jones III ran for over 100 yards. That's crazy. I thought the Bears defense would be better this year. But number one receiver was Tyler Johnson. Right now, I don't think Mike Evans 100%. Last week they was playing, I think, San Diego. He was on one leg, killing them. Nick Foles threw for 30 completions, 42 attempts, 243, one touchdown, one reception. So nobody really tore it up. Their leading rusher was 29 yards, 10 attempts, David Montgomery. And the Bears just won that game. I don't know how they won. It was a fluke because the Bucks jumped up early. And, I think somebody fumbled and they ran it back for a touchdown. That was the difference. Jags and Texans, I watched a little bit of this game on NFL Red Zone since the Lions weren't playing last week. Basically, the Jags just kind of fell off after they beat the Colts, who was a pretty good football team. We could talk about it in a minute, but wasn't nothing special to report there. This loser bowl game, and Houston won that game 30-14. First game without Bill O'Brien as the GM and head coach. He's sorry. Bengals and Ravens, I seen this game. We talked about the very next day. AJ Green on national TV asking the Bengals to trade them. If you're not going to use me, trade me, or whatever he said. And basically, the Ravens ran over the Bengals. Could you imagine watching a Raven kill a Bengal in actual life? And I think Joe Burrows will be all right, man. Hopefully, they trade AJ Green. The Ravens can use him. A lot of teams can use AJ Green. I don't think he finished. I just think he finished in Cincinnati. And he wanted to get out of there. And the NFL laws and rules don't allow him to get in there. But Lamar was Lamar. Lamar bought out. We know what he do, so there's no reason to stop there. That was an easy pick. We got the Panthers taking on the Falcons. This is a solid game. This is a game that got Dan Quinn fired at home. And Tommy Dimitroff, the GM, got fired as well, too. And Teddy Bridgewater is playing good. I believe they've won their last 3. So they 0-2 with Christian McCaffrey, 3-0 without McCaffrey, and Teddy Bridgewater did solid. They beat him. Let's move on, 23-16. Raiders defeat the Chiefs. I paid attention to this game as well. Derek Carr was just in a different zone. Huge touchdown to Nelson Aguilar. Basically, the Raiders just played a better game. They beat the Chiefs at home. I believe they have fans, and he threw a deep touchdown to Henry Ruggs. They've been waiting on that. There's really no stats on Google. I don't know why. But Raiders beat them. Derek Carr was amazing. They got aggressive. And that's what happened when you get your weapons back. Josh Jacobs, he wasn't healthy a couple weeks ago. Probably still not healthy. Darren Waller had a solid game. And I think, people expect the Chiefs to be immaculate every week, and that's not going to happen. They had an off game at home. But Raiders definitely played above their head. But they're a good football team. But if this happens in a must-win situation, still got the Chiefs. But Mahomes played a solid game as well, too. But then we got the Cardinals and the Jets. The Cardinals won 30-10. Nothing to talk about there. They stump out the Jets. You might get stumped in the club. Joe Flacco started as well, too. But Sam Darnold was injured. You had the Eagles and the Steelers. And the former Lion, Travis Fulgham, tore the Steelers a new one. He caught 10 passes for 152 yards and a few TDs or a couple TDs or one. But Clay, what's his name? Claypool or whatever his name is for the rookie. Whatever his damn name is. Claypool, he was balling. He had an unbelievable game. He scored 3 touchdowns. Could have had 4. I think they stopped one on the goal line. Carson Wentz is literally having no receivers out there, no O-line. He doing the most with the lesser. But Ben Roethlisberger on another level. I think Juju might have got in there as well too. And it was a good game. And Steelers is just a better team. But I think the Steelers might be the best team in football, to be honest. Roethlisberger starting to wake up. His arm look good. He looking accurate. They getting the most out of old boy too. The running back. They had Hopkins lymphoma. John Connor, excuse me. I think his name is John Connors, and I'm going over to ESPN so I can see the stats now. Connor, and early in the season, he wasn't playing well, and Benny still had a good game versus the Broncos. Week 1, I think it was, or the Titans. Was it the Titans or the Broncos? No, the Broncos played the Titans. They played the Giants, and ever since then, O'Connor really didn't woke up and did the damn thing. And Fogham 10 catches, 152, 1 touchdown. Miles Sanders had a huge run on a offense as well too. For the Eagles, he had 11 carries, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a lot of that came on one big chunk. But the Eagles just decimated right now, and James Conner had 15 carries for 44 yards. So I thought he did better than that, but he been balling there late, but just not that game. So let's move on. Then we had the Rams taking on the Washington football team. Alex Smith came in, and they praised him like he should have been out the league. If Alex Smith was black, he would have been shunned from the league. He was trash. He didn't do much. Jared Goff threw two touchdowns, 21 completions, 30 attempts, 309, 2 TDs, and Cam Akers came in off of injury, 9 carries, 61 yards. They blew out the Washington football team. Nothing to see there. They schedule a little bit different. So, Dolphins and 49ers. Like I said, I called that the upset of the week. I had the fans going to 49er land, blowing them out. I said without Jimmy Garoppolo, but they blew him out with him and without him because he got benched. So, Ryan Fitzpatrick played a hell of a game. But shout out to the 49ers for taking that ass whooping like a man. But let's move on. Then you had the Colts and Browns. I didn't really see a lot of that game, but Baker Mayfield was getting better. As soon as I said he'll bust in the middle, he started balling. 21 for 37, 247, 2 TDs. The Colts had a really good defense, but right now at this point in this game, the Browns beat them, and the Colts is a legit team, I thought, other than losing to the Jaguars. They had some good wins. But they had some key injuries. Darius Leonard didn't play. And right now, Phillip Rivers is this team's Achilles heel. I think they need to turn to Jacoby Brissett. He don't have any rapport with T.Y. Hilton, and that's the only real receiver he got since homeboy got injured. Paris Campbell out of Ohio State. But Jarvis Landry caught 4 balls, 88 yards, and Odell caught 5 for 58 yards. But hopefully Baker can start getting them dudes the ball a lot better. But let's carry on with that one. Browns beat them by 10. Giants and Cowboys. We seen Dak with the injury. Unfortunately, you hate to see it. But I thought the Giants could have won this game. I picked the Cowboys, I believe, to win it. But the Cowboys, they did enough, kicked the field goal at the end. And the Giants got a really good defense. It wasn't showed it giving up 37 points to the Cowboys, but they did a really, really good job. And Elliott didn't crack 100 yards, but he had 91 yards on 19 attempts and 2 TDs. And Darius Slayton had a big game, 8 catches, 129. I think he one of the best kept secrets in the league at receiver, but they beat on the Giants, right? Seahawks beat the Vikings by 1 point up there in Seattle, and I was surprised. I turned that game off. I started watching Blade on Hulu, and I think I finished Blade and was going to Blade, the second Blade, and I went downstairs and the game was on. I was like, okay, the Vikings came, let the Seahawks come back, and Russell Wilson threw a pick, and I thought the game was over with. Mike Zimmer went for the touchdown to ice the game, or for the first down instead of kicking the field goal to make it an 8-point game. And long story short, Wilson got the ball back. DK caught a big ball on 4th down. Then he threw it to DK. He dropped it in the end zone. Then he threw it on DK on the cross. He scored the touchdown. That was it. And Kirk Cousins fumbled the football. I thought it was a pass, but they called it a fumble. And that was the end of the game. And, Kirk Cousins actually outplayed Russell Wilson. 27 attempts, 39 yards, 249, 2 TDs. Then Dalvin Cook got injured as well. That was another reason the game went the other way. But Madison and Mike Bone was having a little bit of success as well too. Madison ran for 20 carries, 111 yards. But, it ain't the same as Cook, but the Vikings is 1-4. Seahawks remain 5-0, 3-0 at home. And Wilson threw for 217, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. So he outplayed. Kirk Cousins actually outplayed him. It's just Wilson interception, his turnover wasn't deadly. And Cousins was. So let me see if I missed any games before we go into the predictions. Because the schedule was a little different. So also, we had the Chargers and the Saints. I watched that game. Justin Fields did a good job. It just he couldn't close the game out. And they let Drew Brees come out. The kicker missed a field goal. And the Chargers really should have won the game. They suspended Mike Thomas for punching Charlie Gardner-Johnson out of Florida a couple years ago. And, for whatever reason, the Chargers defense just looked like shit. But, shout out to Drew Brees. He threw for 325, 33 for 47, 1 TD. And they ended up beating them. But Justin Herbert, like I said, coming out the draft, he the real deal. Had a good game, but he got to get a win, all right? 264, 20 for 34, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He actually outplayed Drew Brees. It's just that Keenan Allen got injured. And, for him, he in a bad organization, man. The Chargers just not committed to winning. Their owner is very, very frugal. Also, you had the Tennessee Titans getting ran over by the Buffalo Bills getting ran over by the Tennessee Titans. And pretty much, just the Bills wasn't ready. All right, you thought the Titans might not have been ready with the COVID situation, but I didn't watch much of Tuesday Night Football, but they blew them out. So Josh Allen threw for 263, 2 touchdowns. Henry ran for 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs had 10 catches, 106. So I legit don't know what happened with the Bills, but let's get into the picks for next week. Let's get into them. Let's see what we working with. No Thursday Night Football. So we get into 1 p.m. Sunday, Houston versus Tennessee. Tennessee is favored by 3.5. 53 is over and under. Since we got all the stats here on ESPN, I'm gonna start using ESPN over Google. So give me the Texans. Give me the Titans running over them. They cover the 3.5. Not sure if it'll be over 53, but I'll say over. Bengals and the Colts. That might be also. It's not canceled. The Colts have false positives, so Indianapolis favored by 7.5. 46.5 is the over and under. I think it's going to be under. Give me the Colts. I think they covered at 7.5. So I like the Colts over the Bengals. Defense is pretty good. They're going to redeem themselves and go to 4-2. Vikings and Falcons. I think this might be canceled. The Falcons might have had some positive tests, but it don't matter. If it's canceled, replay later. Give me the Vikings whooping the Falcons. They garbage. Them dirty birds. Dirty birds this year. Patriots at Broncos. Think this is a replay. Think it might be canceled. Patriots have some more tests, but if they do play the game, give me the Patriots to cover the 9 points. And also, I think it'll be over 44.5. I think the Minnesota cover the 4 if they play, and I think it's under 50. Well, I think it's over 54 for Minnesota. Even if Dalvin Cook don't play. Washington football team versus Giants. Toilet Bowl at New York MetLife Stadium. Probably with no fans. Giants favored by 3, over under 42.5. I'm going to say it goes to under. Give me the Giants to cover the 3. Giants get their first win by bashing and beating down the Washington football team. Ravens and the Eagles. Ravens go north to Philadelphia. It don't matter. The Bengals Baltimore favored by 9.5. I'm gonna say they don't. I'm gonna say the Eagles cover that, but the Ravens still win. That's a big cover. But no, you know what? I that's a lot of points to be given up. But I'm gonna say the Eagles cover that, but the Ravens win. I think the over and under it's over 47.5. So give me the Ravens with the wins, but I think the Eagles covered at 9.5. If you feel me. Browns versus the Steelers. Pittsburgh favored by 3.5. Over and under 51. The Browns are at home. Give me the Steelers to cover the 3.5. Give me the Steelers big in this one. I think they win by more than a touchdown. I think Roethlisberger balling on another level. 100 completions, 143 attempts. He only had 43 incompletions, over 1,016 yards, and he got 10 touchdowns. So give me the Steelers to stump out the Browns. That's a really good 1 p.m. game. And I think they cover the 51. Matter of fact, if they cover the 51, it's going to be Cleveland making it up in garbage time. So I said they don't even make it to 51 unless Pittsburgh cover the low. Pittsburgh is going to completely obliterate Cleveland. Mark my words on that one. Chicago and the Panthers. Give me the Road Warriors. Carolina favored by 1.5. Take Chicago with the points. I think Chicago too much for them. Defense too good. I think Mike Davis might have a good job running on the ground for them. But I think Teddy Bridgewater going to have some trouble. I think Chicago stops Panthers winning streak. I think it's winning streak of 3, even if McCaffrey magically comes back. But, yeah, I think the over and under, I think it's going to be right around 44.5. So I'm going to say they probably under that one. But it'll be a good football. I'm going to say over just because. So it'll be a good football game. But give me the Bears for the upset, technically. But I think they should be head favorite. Lions and Jags, give me the Lions. I think this is going to blow out the over-under 54.5. Detroit favored by 3. I think they win by 3. So if they win by 3, I think they cover. So, yeah, give me the Lions to cover. I think this 48-40 is the final. If you want my full synopsis, check my other channel out, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube. Jets and Dolphins, toilet bowl game. Miami favored by 9.5. Give me Miami to cover. And I think the over and under is under 47 because the Jets not going to push no points. So, Miami at the crib beating that ass. So, we got the Lions, I believe, and the Bears as the only, and the Ravens as the only road teams winning, I believe, so far. So, now we at the point where the Packers and Bucks, I think Aaron Rodgers is all-time overrated. I've seen so many better quarterbacks than Aaron Rodgers. John Elway, obviously Tom Brady, Dan Marino. I don't care about rings right now. Dan Marino, Joe Montana. Brett Favre was better than him in my opinion. Like, Aaron Rodgers playing a really, really easy era. He ain't no top 10 quarterback in my opinion. Let me get the Bucks winning this game. Green Bay favored by 1. Over and under 55. Depends on who coming for the Bucks. But I like the Bucks in the game. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers has played absolutely nobody this season. He beat the Vikings, who just won their first football game a couple weeks ago. He beat the Lions, who got 1 win. The Saints, they just struggled with the Chargers. They beat the Falcons, who still ain't won a football game. Give me the Buccaneers covering. Then I think the Bucks get the job done. They have longer to prep since they played last Thursday. Give me them to beat the Packers. The Packers is overrated. They get blew up every year. They played absolutely nobody. Don't really care. So give me Tom Brady to cover that. Hopefully, I'm not sure if Chris Godwin is going to play. If Chris Godwin play, it's a lock that they're going to win that game. But give me a minute. If Chris Godwin play, it's a lock. They say the Bucks think Chris Godwin can play. If Chris Godwin play, lock that in. They're going to beat Green Bay on the road. And it's a 4:25 game. And, the 4 o'clock games it's only 2 of them this week. Jets and Dolphins, Packers and Bucks. All right, you got an 8:20 game. Rams and 49ers. Rams on the road. They favored by 3. 51.5 points. It's over and under. Rams will cover by more than 3. They going north to the bite area. Ooh. Do you think that the 49ers going to win? Nope. Is the Rams going to win? Yup. Everybody got choices. I think the over and under 51. I like the Rams to cover the 3. They win by like 10. 49ers garbage. Chiefs and Bills. Another road team we're going to pick. I think the Chiefs go up to Buffalo. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday night in a doubleheader. They beat the Bills. I think the Kansas City is favored by 5. Over and under 57.5. Over and under probably will be eclipsed. I think the Chiefs don't lose 2 in a row. Give me the Chiefs. And then Arizona is favored by 1.5 over the Dallas Cowboys. Let me get the Arizona Cardinals beating the Cowboys in a high-scoring affair. So it's not an upset. So the only upset we got going this week. So we picked the Cardinals, the Chiefs on the road the Cardinals over the Cowboys, the Chiefs over the road over the Bills, Rams over the road with the 49ers. We like a lot of road teams this week. The Bucks at home beating the Packers. And that's our upset, I guess, the Bucks beating the Packers this week. That's one upset. Dolphins and Jets, give me the Jets at home. Lions on the road versus Jags. The Bears on the road, I think that's the upset of the week too, because Carolina favorite by 1.5, beating the Panthers. Steelers stumping out the Browns at home. Eagles losing to the Ravens on the road. At home. The Washington football team getting beat up by the Giants at home. If they play this game, Patriots at home beating the Broncos. If they play this game, Vikings at home beating the Falcons. Bengals losing on the road at home to the Indianapolis Colts. And give me the Titans at home beating up the Texans. So those are the picks for the weeks. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to follow me on follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links there. Check out our Facebook group if you got any other questions or you want to share your content or just bounce ideas. Our Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate everybody that donate to the channel. Best way to donate, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos, the best way. But other than that, check out my Detroit channel, Lions, Pistons, everything Detroit, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube. That's Motor City Sports Talk. And other than that, check out my backup channel, Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think we're going.